Well, it is slow going out here, a little bit slower than I want to. So we got the geogrid down the first lift. That's all compacted in, and we're getting ready to put another lift in, and we're actually going to do another put another layer of geogrid in, and that looks like that's higher, but it actually just slopes uphill. But pretty much I'm having an issue. I can only come around the corner so far with the dump trailer, and that's a very steep angle. You'll see from the other camera angle that I had, where I had it sitting on the hill, so you could see how steep we're going down. And I'm just a little nervous to put my blade right there, because I don't exactly trust this just yet. I'm getting to where I'm trusting this part over here a little bit more, because some of the material that I'm putting out over the side. So what we're having to do for right now, until I get more lifts up and get it compacted more, where I feel a little bit safer that this is being supported better, because you know it just looks kind of crumbly to me. It's that sandstone get with a little bit of clay mix in it, but it's very sandy, so I don't exactly trust it on the top to sink my blade down up there and reach out over the edge with the bucket just yet. So once I get a little bit more material built up and get it maybe about halfway, then I'll feel a little bit more at ease with what we have to work with. So right now we're just where I'm feeling a little bit safer about the edge, and putting the material down and taking the wheelbarrows and just shuffling material, which that's just going to take forever to do. So I got to get this built up, feel a little bit more secure. I think the next trailer load, I'm going to try to back around that corner if I can and dump it about where the end of the excavator is. We'll see how that goes, and then park the excavator right there where the bucket's at. And I'm having a hard time because the deck's there, and I don't have a lot of room between the deck and the end there, so it puts me right on the edge. So we're getting ready to keep building it up, and then eventually get this thing to the top, and we'll put a thing of geogrid over the top of the whole thing and anchor it down. I see the next layer of geogrid has arrived, so I've been summoned to get back to work. side of the blade is sinking in a little bit more because I'm constantly working on that side. So I'm keeping it low to the ground because it wants to tip that way. Hey, do I need to throw it out more?
It's just holding the geogrid up.
It's okay. bucket out as I'm going. And behind you, Shannon. Walker, your way. Oh, allergies are killing me this year. Shannon, go that way. Okay. You just kind of got to stop and let it work itself out. Now let's move the pile away from me a little bit while they're working. here we are at the end of the day. That's our progress for today. I think we started from about right there. So it's getting harder. It was easier when you had this wide ledge down at the bottom. But what we did is we started on day one cleaning it out. And so I was about 4 inches, about what you see over here, where the shovels and rakes are, about that height. And we've gone back and layered it and tied it in with geogrid and packed it in and just done about 10-inch lifts across the way. So I got a pile of dirt up there to hit it tomorrow and just get that packed in. So by tomorrow we'll have it up even with the top sloped in like it's supposed to be, and then we'll take geogrid up at the top and anchor it, and then bring it all the way to the bottom and anchor it in down here. And so he can go over the top of the geogrid with the mulch, and we're going to plant about 20 of those plants for him. He can get some more from the farmers market around here. And then we're going to fabric both sides of the ditch and completely line the creek bed and go up the sides with riprap all the way. And then we're going to do the same up under there and protect that bridge from washing out. So we're going to have riprap going, and then we'll come back probably in another couple weeks or so, and then riprap the other side of the creek. He wanted to go ahead and keep it consistent. He didn't want to have it looking all nice and pretty over here and then not have the riprap over there. So he wanted a consistent look. So, and we're trying to beat the rain on Saturday. So I got another job. I got to put a culvert pipe in because we're doing clearing next week. So I need to get the culvert pipe for that job in. So probably going to come off of this one once we finish this part and get the riprap all the way up under the bridge until, to beat the rain. And then hopefully we get a nice slow steady rain that can kind of help that get settled and packed in even more, and rather than a gully washer that's going to come in and cause issues before it has a chance to really settle. But we've been running that ram tank pretty good, and I mean, you can feel it shaking the whole thing. So I know that's getting packed in real good, and we're getting it, bank directly from the bank into our bucket where they're doing the fill dirt, and then we're turning right around and compacting it within 20 minutes, 30 minutes of getting it here. So it's compact. It's still got the moisture content from where it was in the ground, and then it's just compacting back nicely. So it's not too dried out or anything. We're not having to hose it down or anything, and it's packing in real good. So I'm very pleased with where it's going. It's just we're getting a lot of rocks, but a lot of that's granite. It's not sandstone. A lot of it's granite, believe it or not. So that's just going to cut back on the amount of riprap that we're going to need to bring in. So we'll utilize those rocks and get her hopefully wrapped up tomorrow. So we're gonna at least get this section wrapped up. So we're gonna have to bust it to get this top part packed in, and we're bringing a ladder tomorrow because we got to start we've been using a little slope here, but we've actually got to start taking that out and building that up so it matches what they have over here. And so we're not going to use that for a walkway coming up and down anymore, and we're just going to start building it out so it'll match up going across all the way. And once we do that, it's going to be hard getting up and down. So we're just going to bring a ladder, put it in up at the top, and we'll come in and out that way. And I'm going to have to bring I'm going to have a strap tomorrow so I can just pull that up and set it to the side, because right now it's kind of in the way when we start spreading material out once I And I'm doing my best to just kind of put it right over the lip, right over the edge, and we're building it up and matching the bank over here and the bank over here. So it's a long process. So, and then we got to bring out the tiller. This stuff that we took out, cleaned out on day one, we just kind of spread that around, and it's already dried like concrete. So we got to bring out a tiller to break that up so we can rake it out nicely. And then everything over here is graded, and then we'll seed and straw that, and they'll be ready for the rain on Saturday. And I'll be ready to take a break. All right, have a good one.